at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Green 18. Here we go, G.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. This is the rookie from Notre Dame, Dexter Williams. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance, if they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Lock now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. 1st down, a run with Cohen. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So that flag will cost them 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Leo.
On first down, Locke. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Preston Smith, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, here's Locke. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll run on first down. Cohen. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Just a yard, but that's all they needed, and by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more.
Ready? 10-2 stop.
Locke will try the sneak, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Drew Locke taking it in as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 29, Rodgers. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Box it. Motion.
On third down, here's Jones. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Fanatic, 158.
Check 59. Watch the slant. Mike's 59. Mike
Inside.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. This one complete to his running back, Jamal Williams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Fanatic, 319.
55 to Mike.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking for the end zone. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
The Packers take over first down.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly. And his throw intercepted by the all-pro corner Kyle Fuller. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
At the 42-yard line.
Ready, break.
58 to Mike. 99, sweetheart. Check it.
Someone west.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Slam, slam, slam.
On first down, it's Cohen. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge differences, we know, between 2nd and 4 and second.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 58, the line. 50.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
It's caught by Funchess. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Let's go, D.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run, because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Hey, 626. You better be smooth. Mike 55, Mike 55.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that, because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On first down, Irvin. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Switch. 58, right there. Mike, 58, right there.
The second down carry for Irvin. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Mike.
On third down, Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And he is all the way up past the 25. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
58, boys, 58, Mike.
Ready? After the turnover, here's Locke. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the pass. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Plant. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Mike 55.
On first down, Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Devin Funchess with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So a little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Let's make these big. Bravo.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. He sets to fire deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
A gain of 36 yards. And the Bears first down.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Locke now on 1st down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. It's caught at the 10. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Protein spill.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now, is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
50, plant, 61, matchbox, light.
You can't block me.
Hey, wahoo! Now.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Open man is Trey Burton. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
6-6, pull it high. Hey, exit. 5.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
48 money. 48 money. Hey, high 7. Hey, look, 48. Go. Locke
again here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dean Lowry, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
You can't stop me. Ready?
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. That's going to be caught, and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rodgers. And Lewis has it, the tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with Irvin. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. forced out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Charlie.
To throw on 3rd down. Rodgers. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
At their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check back, check back. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Get it.
Rock to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
Let's go, buddy.
27 yards there, a 1st down.
Got it. Yeah, Mike.
First down, Bears.
We ain't beginning to clear you up. Don't get nervous.
Switch, switch, switch.
They'll run on 1st down. Cohen. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 41 yards on the ground. So this game's ripe for the taking, and that run, I think it means he wants to take it.
Not only does he want to take it, he doesn't care what they're going to do on the defensive side of the ball. You can be prepared for him. He's coming at you anyway.
To throw it is Locke. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Here's Locke to throw. It's complete to Robinson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Back now at Lambeau. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Back now at Lambeau. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rodgers. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Their own 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Whip. Watch the whip. Watch twist.
Following the penalty, Montgomery looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Open man, Taylor Gabriel. That catch good for 5. It's third down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. He's got his tight end, Burton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 39.
First down, Chicago.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, it's Cohen, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
58 right there. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
Throwing on second down. Lock. This one into the hands of Burton. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Lock now, 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down.
Check 13. Check 13. Show it up. Show it up. Check it back.
On the carry, it's Montgomery. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Lock to throw. The quick slant caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as the Bears push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Open here is Allison. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 25 yards that time. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Now Rodgers. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Don't get nervous. At 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Chicago, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.